Hi everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited to share my favorite fall recipe with you guys, and that is chili. And let me tell you guys, I make the best chili ever. Like I don't brag about a lot of things I make, but my chili is pretty damn good. So let me show you guys how to make it. So the first thing we are going to use for our chili is 2 bell peppers. I already cut these up nice and small. I used a red and a green. Just so you know, green are always the cheapest because they are the least ripe. So if you're looking to save some money, that's a good way to do it. And the other thing we're gonna add in first is onion. This is about half of a cup of vidalia onion, diced up nice and small. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is adding in either some water or oil into your pot. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. Probably about a tablespoon or 2, just enough to kind of cover the bottom of the pan. Or pot, sorry, not pan, we're not using a pan, we're using a pot. And then we are going to add in our onion and our peppers. Then just using a spatula, mix it all up, and you're gonna let these cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. It just gets all the flavors of the pepper and onion out really nicely, and it's a good base to start with. It makes nice flavors. So you want to cook the peppers and onions down until their colors are kind of going a little bit. The onions will become translucent and most of the water should be gone. And you just want to keep stirring it just to make sure nothing burns in that process. So now that our peppers and onions have cooked down a nice bit, they're really changed in color and they're just a little bit more, the onions are translucent and everything looks good. I'm gonna add actually in a little bit more water because there's none left in here. So I just added in a tiny bit more water just so nothing burns. And then we're going to add in our beans. We have 2 kinds of beans today. The first are kidney beans. And I think adding in 2 beans is really what makes this a really, really nice hearty chili. And our second kind of beans are black beans. And the last thing we're going to add in is a cup of frozen corn. And you just want to give this all a nice mix together. So I have this on a super low heat right now because we don't want anything to burn. All right, the next thing we are doing is adding in a small can of tomato sauce. This is like an 8-ounce can, it's really small. So just put your sauce in. You want to take this can and bring it back to the sink, fill it about halfway with water, and then you're gonna put that in there too. So let me go fill this up real quick. And then we can put the rest of this saucy tomato water in here. And again, just mix everything all together. I love making chili because it's just so easy. You just kind of throw everything in the pot and you just like let it cook. You can do it in an Instant Pot if you like, but I don't have one and I really like doing it on the stove. That's how I've always done it, so I just do it on the stove. So I have this on a nice medium heat, so this way nothing is burning and it can just start to cook a little bit. And we're gonna add in our seasonings now. So the first thing we're doing is actually adding in a little sprinkle of sugar. And that is because the tomatoes can be a little acidic and we wanna beat the acidity of the tomatoes by using some sugar. Next, we're going to take garlic powder and maybe half a teaspoon. I don't really measure these things out. I sort of put some stuff in and then I go on taste. The next thing we're gonna do is chili powder. This is cayenne. And I add kind of a lot because I like that little extra heat and kick, but feel free to only add in little amounts if you're not big on spice. Then we're gonna add in a few cracks of black pepper. And then finally some chili powder, probably about, again, half of a teaspoon at least. But like I said, I don't really measure these things out because I feel like it's better to go off of taste. So half a teaspoon to a teaspoon is good. And then you can add salt if you like. It just depends on if your beans are salted or not. Sometimes I add in salt, sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna add it in right now. Maybe after this cooks a little bit, I'll add it in and see how I feel and if I want to add more in. But that's pretty much it for right now. This is all we're gonna add, and we're gonna let this cook on this nice medium heat for about 15 to 20 minutes. So let's let this cook. So while our chili is cooking away back there, I figured I'll just talk to you guys a little bit, like update you. Sorry that there was no new videos for a little while. Last week I was on standby jury duty and it was like the biggest saga of my life. I did not want to go. I was having really bad anxiety over it. And I ended up getting dismissed from the case anyway, but like I couldn't function. And then if you guys watched my room tour video, I talked about how I was a bridesmaid for my friend, and this past weekend was her bridal shower, and I made a bunch of desserts and stuff to bring, and we were setting up. So there was just like so much going on, and I really needed like a little break. I didn't really have time to film. And while I didn't have time to film, I was thinking a lot about this channel. I've been on YouTube now for 2 years, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. If you've ever watched my first video, it was terrible. And I remember I made it and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And I was so proud of it. And now I look back at it and I'm like, girl, get a tripod, like let's start there. It was like so shaky, literally like the Blair Witch Project. But you know, I really enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy connecting with you guys in this kind of a setting, but I'm just feeling a little discouraged, I guess, because, you know, a lot of like time and money gets put, I'm like casually throwing on my avocado, gets put into these videos, and I just want to make sure you guys are really enjoying them and that they're worth my time and your time, because a lot of things go into them: money, time, effort, energy, you know, hours of my time. So, you know, just let me know in the comments down below. I know some of you follow me on Instagram, so you might have already heard this spiel because I put it on my Instagram stories the other day. I don't really talk to you guys, and part of that's on me. Like, I get very nervous in front of the camera, and I'm sure if you watch my videos, you can kind of tell that a little bit. Like, I feel like I'm always like looking in the monitor to like see how I look, and I'm always like touching my hair and playing with it, and I don't know, I get nervous on camera, which is funny because I'm really not a shy, nervous person. And I've said it before, but I have so much more personality to show and to give you guys. Like in real life, I'm kind of funny and I'm pretty smart, and like I feel like that doesn't come across in my videos. In my videos, I feel like I'm like very robotic, and I'm like, now we will add the teaspoon of paprika, and now we will add the teaspoon of sugar. And that's not me. I don't know. I'm trying harder to give you guys more Francesca, more personality, and I think it's coming across a little bit, and I think it's something that takes time. So yeah, today's like chili and a therapy session. Speaking of therapy sessions, have you guys been watching the Shane Dawson Inside the Mind of Jake Paul series? If you haven't, it is so good, and now I'm like convinced. I'm like, oh my God, is this person a sociopath? Is this person a sociopath? If you're not watching it, I'll link it down below. I mean, he has, you know, a giant following, and like those videos already have like 20 million views or something crazy, and they've only been up for like a day and a half. The series is so good. It's like better than Netflix in my opinion. Let's talk really quick about toppings for our chili. So in here, I have a very, very ugly dish of cheese, vegan cheese. This is just like a potato, cashew, carrot mixture. So I'll put the recipe for that on the blog post and down below. I don't really like avocados, but I feel like they're very Instagram friendly. So I'll probably put a few avocados on here. And I made a cashew sour cream. I'll put the recipe down below. If you don't want to make cashew sour cream, is to just take vegan cream cheese and add a little bit of extra salt and like lemon juice and water in there, and that can make a nice sour cream. I was gonna do it that way actually, but Trader Joe's had no sour cream, vegan sour cream. So I had to sit there with the blender for hours today. I really don't like making cashew sour cream because I feel like it's just such a pain in the butt. Yeah, this is what we got. So the chili should be almost done now because it's been about 20 minutes. The longer you let the chili cook, the better it's gonna be, but like 20 minutes at least. So let's check on it right now. All right, so our chili is looking nice and thick, and that is exactly what we are going for. The beans have kind of broken down a bit. The onions and peppers are just sweet, and the corn. So I'm just gonna give this a little taste real quick just to see how the flavors are. Got to get everybody in there. This is gonna be really hot, like temperature wise. I'm gonna burn my mouth. Okay, everything is perfect. I just want to add in a dash of salt. But just to try to explain to you what I'm tasting, there You taste a lot of spice, which is good. That's what we want. You taste the sweetness from the peppers, onions, and corn. And the beans just kind of serve as this meaty texture, meaty filling. And like I said, it's really thick. Like, see how thick it is? That's what we want. So it is now time to plate it up. All right, guys, so let me give you a little taste test of our chili. I have like a little messy bowl of it right here. Let's just dig in. Get some of the cashew sour cream, the cheese, everything all together. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I made it a little bit more spicy than I usually do, but I'm telling you that I am just a chili master. This chili, like, seriously, just make it for anybody. Even if they're not vegan, they'll really enjoy it. My boyfriend always asks me to make him chili because he loves this chili. Like, this is his favorite thing. He eats this while he watches football. Okay. So a few people were like, can you please put the measurements for the ingredients in the video? I'm not going to put them in the video, but I'll put them in the description box from now on, as well as a link to the blog post. So if you are somebody who likes looking at a blog, you can go to the blog. If you need the measurements in front of you while you're watching the video, then they're there for you there. So hopefully that makes everybody happy. If you enjoyed this video, then please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, I'm thinking the next video will be apple pie. So please let me know. I'll put the whole thing. If you want me to make it gluten-free, I'm willing to do that. I know a lot of people ask me for gluten-free recipes. So if you vote and a lot of people want a gluten-free, I'll do gluten-free. So anyway, I am off to go take pictures of the chili. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, and if you make this, please be sure to tag me on Instagram, put a post, send me a message. I just really love to hear back from you guys and know when you make them. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.